Good morning. Justin, good morning, Justin. Good morning. Nancy. How are you guys doing? Good? How are you guys doing? Okay, that's my first time in New York. That's the first time we do what we call a boutique event. So I need to feel like there is 1,000 people in the room. Thank you. You all look very good. I'm happy you guys are here. I'm happy to be in New York. My name is Ouali. This is written like this, and you pronounce it like Wally. I'm French. I've been living the last years in Spain, Miami, Colombia, and probably have a mixed accent between French and Spanish. Whatever. If there's something you guys don't understand, you let me know, you tweet it, and make fun of me, it's cool. Okay, I'm gonna be the host, I'm gonna be the guy who's introducing the speakers. We have wonderful speakers this morning. I'm gonna make it very fast, this introduction, because we're running late. This is almost like something we always do at WebCongress. We're going to give you some quick information. I want you to know what we do. We're WebCongress, webcongress.com, at WebCongress on Twitter. And we've been doing those events the last 6-7 years. So we started very early. And I'm going to take the other micro from my head. See that? I have experience in that. It works, I think so. Okay, WebCongress is a company. I started 6-7 years ago in Barcelona. We do those conferences. After those conferences, we do a lot of training. What we call the academy. We do classes online, offline, in company, in university, wherever, in your house, wherever you want. We send you experts, and we do digital marketing training. Okay, we've been doing this for many thousands of companies have been trained with us and our experts. We have what we call the agents. We do consulting for small companies and bigger companies. The team is very young. I thank them, Carolina, Monica, Robert, Gustavo, everyone who flew from Amsterdam, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Colombia again. That's all the team. We're based right now in Miami, so our office is in Miami, and we just opened 2 days ago offices in Colombia. Whenever you guys travel there, you give us a call, you tweet, welcome in our offices. Okay? Few months ago, we sold the company, and because of our partners and because of Blue Liner, they did an awesome job. We end up, I don't know where is that, but this is us. See that? Times Square, this is Blue Liner, this is WebCongress, awesome. Amazing, no? It's amazing what you can do. Okay, thanks to our sponsors. They're awesome. They're helping us since we've started this. Especially Blue Liner has been very behind us. Make sure we arrive safely in New York. It's our first time for almost all the team. They're doing a good job. After that, you'll have the pleasure to talk with Arman and do some going deeper in the strategies. There's sponsors and partners helping us also in all the tour we're doing. So this is the last actually event we did in the US this semester, and then in a month we jump to Peru and we start the Latin American tour. Okay, I'll tell you more about that. This is you guys. I took some of your companies. Does someone recognize his logo here? You guys got lost on another conference because it's from the list I got. Thank you guys for being here. There's many of you. I kind of check out the website. I'm happy you guys here because, well, there's a lot to improve your websites. I didn't have time to check the mobile apps, but I'm happy you guys here because I believe you will learn a lot. The main message I'm trying to give you here is that the world is really changing. There are so many things going on so fast. Me, 31 years old, I'm already like feeling old and losing some trends. I got an Instagram like 3 months ago. Shame on me. But that's the truth. So there's so many things going on. So I think we're here to say if we want to take advantage of this and make business of it, you definitely have to dig deeper on the solutions, the platforms, the strategies that exist online. Okay? This is our first edition of WebCongress. Tonight we have with our partner Startup Social what we call the W party. It's not the W hotel party, it's the WebCongress party. This is gonna happen here, and we'll have drinks and music. I think there's live band, there's some fun things going on. Okay? I think with just a drink and all of us together, it's gonna be fun. There's more people coming then on the afternoon for the workshops. You meet more new faces. Okay? Just in case, the speakers I bring, and I believe I bring very good speakers because I had Simon, I had Arman, Mike, and many of those speakers in other conferences in Barcelona and other cities. Just in case I'm not doing good today, I brought you like the 3, 4, 5 things you need to learn today. That means technically after this speech, if you want, you can leave. You learn everything you need about digital marketing. Okay. First of all, this is all the different solutions, options you have when you talk about digital marketing. Because you pick one, you apply it, you make money. That is it. Second one, search is still the #1 traffic source for most of your websites. Okay, so you need to keep thinking search, whatever kind of search is today. Second one, size matters. So official size matters online. You need to think about UX design, however you do your website. Probably have to do things nicer, bigger. Okay? Make things that works for everyone. Okay? Think simple. It's easier to be seen online than anonymous today. Okay, so there's no reason you guys don't get traffic, don't build a reputation online, users, engagement, and all those stuff you learn today you need. Okay, and most basic probably if you don't test online or whatever you do, it's mobile app. If you don't test, you don't pass. Okay, it's easy. You just learn today the 5 keys of digital marketing. You guys are happy? Yeah? You guys want more? You guys want more? Okay, that's the Latin American tour. This is the cities we do. Lima, Costa Rica, Panama, Medellin, Caracas, Bogotá, Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Santiago, Mexico. Is this somewhere in the room from one of those cities? Bunch of liars. Okay, I thank you for being here. I'm going to call the first speaker. Introduce yourself while I do my technical magic. Michael Sotelo, Facebook. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. Ouali took it away from me. I love doing that. Good morning, and then nobody says good morning. And then I say good morning. So he took that away from me. So he'll save me from that. But I'm going to be here to talk to you today about Facebook storytelling and connecting consumers. And connecting consumers in the U.S. Hispanic space. It's a space right now that is really evolving as a leader in technology, as someone that's really pushing forward in mobile use, and they are really starting to evolve as the front line of digital, primarily on the Facebook platform. I'm going to start off by telling a story on video, and then I'll tell you a story about myself. So take a look at this video, and you'll see where we're going in terms of stories. So I love showing that video to, I showed it to my wife like 3 times because she loves seeing it, but it shows the fact that on the platform, we are now able to tell stories, more than one story. We tell multiple stories, and brands are telling stories. And just to give you an idea of what a story looks like, that's Miami, that's my story. I live in Miami. This is my wife. She's a little taller than I am in that picture. She's wearing heels. That's my beautiful daughter, Sophia. My son, Franco, wearing his Facebook swag. And my story is, I love Florida State football. I attended there, I played golf, and I work for Facebook. And this is one story that I tell, amongst multiple stories that I tell every day. When I share, when I comment, when I post a video, when I post an article from a newspaper. These are the stories that people are telling. And the reason why I bring this up is because as brands, we need to start telling stories also. We need to be storytellers because we need to compete with the stories that are not actual brand stories. They're people's stories. And before this content used to be served on TV, we used to find out about news on television and Polaroid cameras. I'm using old technology on purpose. And old Macs. But nowadays, that has evolved into this guy. This guy has appeared and has changed the way we consume and share tech and share content tenfold. We have now become a mobile world. It's all at our fingertips. And I'll show a brief timeline of the evolution of content in terms of hours spent per day. You'll see TV obviously caps out because you can't watch TV all day. You have to go to work, you have to go to the gym, pick up the kids, whatever it is you need to do. Radio stays constant. And then digital came into play. Digital allowed us to start absorbing content at will, right? We could do it at work, even though our bosses were not supposed to know. But we began doing that. And then something called mobile came into play. Mobile in the sense of smartphones. And you can see the sharp incline in usage. And mobile has changed everything for marketers because now it's at our fingertips at all times. So when we talk about mobile at Facebook, we really say that Facebook is prime time all the time. I mean, how many of you out there sleep with your phone next to you on your bed? I do too, and I fight about it with my wife constantly. But as a brand, you don't open your phone in the morning. As a consumer, you don't open your phone in the morning and say, I'm going to look and see what Target's up to. No, you're looking to see what your friends were doing last night at the bar and who got drunk faster and all that fun stuff. So it's very important as a brand to understand that and understand that we need to be positioning ourselves as advertisers in competition with all that other stuff that's going on YouTube. We also have to start thinking about making this business personal. One of the big things that we're pushing now on Facebook is we don't want to be calling our users anymore. We want to call them people because it helps us market to them in a way where it becomes human. Especially on Facebook where it's a very personal space. That is a space that is personal to you, and for that reason, we want to be personal with you. And it's about connecting all the people that matter to you, all the people that matter to you as a brand. So I personally am very fond of any kind of golf brand, and that brand's responsibility to find out that I'm the one that matters to them. It's knowing where they discover what is actually matters to them. Meaning, on newsfeed, for instance, we know that you're going to have separate content going on based on your likes, your profile, and the information. But it's very important for brands to recognize and be able to target the content that's specific to Leo or to Claudia. Claudia is obviously a fan of Dove, and she's receiving content of that while Leo's looking at Anchorman. Anchorman 2 not as successful as part 1, but that's okay. We'll make them we'll give them a chance to. And every day, everywhere. This is the most important one. It's all the time. It's game time all the time. And I wanted to show some images of South America. This is South America, September 2011. Users on Facebook checking in throughout the country, throughout the continent. And you can see it's very disparate. You have Argentina, Chile, Brazil, obviously. And then 6 months later, as mobile adaptations really started to pick up in that period, you can see the spike. There's actually some people on ships checking in there, which is pretty cool also. And then another 6 months passed, and you can see that the continent is almost full, except for obviously the desolate areas where Mark Zuckerberg is still trying to get internet connectivity to. And And you can see now, 6 months after that, the connection was immense. And it's just showing how people are really engaging now more than ever with their phones. And this is all through check-ins on Facebook. So how does this relate to U.S. Hispanic marketing? And I don't want to dive too deep into U.S. Hispanic marketing in the sense of who they are and how we're reaching them. But I do want to talk about what's going on the platform with this affinity group. Right now, we are seeing that we have 23 million monthly active U.S. Hispanics or U.S. Hispanic affinity group on our platform. And to give some perspective of that, Univision, Telemundo, and Unimas, those are their monthly actual viewers on their program. We know for a fact, I cannot give exact numbers, but 50% of that, greater than 50% of that 23 million is on daily. Okay? And not only daily, 10 to 15 times per day. And to give some perspective on that, the highest rated television show on either one of those three networks will get anywhere between 3 to 4 million viewers. And we're getting 50% or greater than that 23 million. Just to put that into perspective. Most of their time spent on mobile, on any platform, is spent on Facebook and Instagram. They are really leading the way in the usage of the platform. And this is some of the activity that they're doing. They are over-indexing, as my friend that's here is going to love this joke, they over-index on over-indexing. They share more photos than non-US Hispanics, more messages, status updates, wall posts. They are engaging with the platform more than any other group in the US. And so it's very important for us to know where does the brand fit between all of that mix. Because like I was saying before, it's not just one story, it's tons of stories that are going around. And it's very important for a brand to find their way into that story so that I can be reached, So the first thing I want to do is we want to talk about creative. Creative is key. If you cannot have good creative and good messaging out there, this is what's going to happen. Right? This is replace the remote control. This is thumb. And it's very important for that thumb to stop on top of your brand's advertising. Because if not, they literally switch the channel on you like they traditionally done with remote control. One of the great things that we're doing right now is that we've been able to realize what language this group likes to be spoken to when it comes to content. We know now, because of communications, things that they're posting, things that they're sharing on the platform, what language this segment likes to be spoken to. We can see 10 million of them are Spanish dominant, 10 million are bilingual, and 3 million are English dominant. This is very important for creative messaging because we can now speak to them in the language that's most important to them. Reaching to them in the language that they feel comfortable being spoken to. We also have the ability to reach and set frequencies on who we're reaching, which are accuracy because of the information that we know of our consumers is so much, it's 89% accurate rate versus 38%. The increase is enormous. With that also, we have what's called custom audiences, where we're actually working with our brands to custom tailor audience likes based on your CRM database that we intertwine with Facebook, and we match those groupings with your actual loyal best fans or best customers on Facebook, and now you have the ability to speak to them on Facebook, where you were previously just speaking to them on maybe direct mail pieces, email pieces, or on your website. And with that group, we can also create lookalike audiences, which will find the likes and dislikes of those perfect fans, perfect customers of yours, and create lookalike audiences, which will then extend who you're able to speak to and actually target the people that are looking like your greatest and most loyal customers. Finally, without talking about video, you're not talking about most Hispanics. They are over-consuming video on digital. In fact, PricewaterhouseCoopers, I found this quote and I think it's hilarious. It says Hispanic consumers are gobbling up mobile video. They are spending more time on mobile than any other group right now in the US, and they're consuming video at a higher rate than US, 44% versus 30% non-US Hispanic. And in terms of Facebook, it's very important for us as marketers to say and create video ads that look streamlined across digital, across desktop and a mobile platform, and allows people to choose, not be forced what they're going to do. And now we have the ability to measure video on Facebook like any other video provider, such as YouTube, where we can measure now plays, stops, and completes. This is an example of a video right now on Facebook. purpose because it's Red Bull and I want to wake all of you guys up. So, I like to leave you off with this quote. It's a quote that I love because it makes us always feel that no matter what, we're always still in the game. It's never too late to be early. Right now, we're at the beginning of this line. We use another quote that says we're 1% there. Meaning, it's never too late to jump into this game because this game has just started and there's still opportunity for us to get deeper and deeper into this game. But again, I want to reinforce this, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on any platform, we must remember that we're marketing to people, not users, not cookies, not pixels. And if we do that, if we're able to convey that information in that way, we're going to be much more successful as marketers. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with one last video, and then I'll be off the stage. And it really talks about people and connecting people. It's written by a very good friend of mine, Kermit the Frog. He's going to sing on this, so please give him a round of applause when he's done.
There's so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Somebody thought of it, and someone believes it. Look what it's done.